Hello everybody, welcome. So great to see you today. This place is so gorgeous. And here I am on a hike. And if you have saw my last video, I mentioned about how I got robbed recently. So I needed to reset my mind and go on this hike just to be in my little Zen moment again. And I couldn't pass up this beautiful area right here in this nature. Well, in this video, I like to talk about what people see. People see what they look for. Most of us can choose to either see the good or the bad. We can see the positive in situations or we can see the negatives in situations. It's all up to your interpretation. Well, for those who missed my video last time about me being robbed, it happened randomly, a brief notice, where I was sitting in my car in the parking lot and the car parked next to me. A man suddenly opened my door of the passenger side and reached over and grabbed my purse and he took off. And I just randomly went outside barefooted and quickly ran over to his car and opened the car door, held onto it, and as he was pulling out from the parking lot, I was holding on to dear life, growing barefooted on the ground. He tried to close the door. I reopened it again and he closed the door and then he spun off and I fell on the ground and I have all my battle wounds. So sadly, these unfortunate things happen to us and we never know that it can happen. But how do we choose to respond? Do we give the power of the negativities that are out here, or do I choose to give the power to ultimately my peace of mind? When we look for good things or bad things, it's really up to us to choose. And with that scenario, I like to mention to you the good people and the bad people that we come across in our life. Obviously, that person did a very bad thing by robbing me, but there was an onlooker, Sofana. She heard me say, hey, she turned around and witnessed the whole thing, wondering what is that man doing to that poor little lady as she sees me being dragged as he's pulling out of the parking lot, holding on to his car door handle. But now I choose to see she was my angel. She came over and she comforted me, stayed with me until the policeman came. She was so nice. She was a good person. Yes, there are good people in this world. Yes, there are bad people in this world. But I encourage you, let us choose to be the good person. Spread love and spread positive energy out there. Also, I met with a friend the next day for lunch, and my client, she walks with a cane, and I dropped her off at the corner where we were about to eat. When I came over to meet her after parking the car, she said there was a really nice man that came over and offered to help her walk across the street. And he was checking up on her, asking if he can do more. And he was so kind and so gracious. And she said, also, she pointed out, wow, there's still good people out there. The kindness of others. There's so many people, and how we choose to see the situation is truly up to us. It surely is. My son told me he saw this viral video and it just was under a minute where, for an example, there was this boyfriend-girlfriend arguing in a heated fight in this area. There was a surveillance camera right there at that spot and they were in a heated argument. Then there was this lady, little old lady, walking across the street yonder holding her grocery bags with a cane. She accidentally spilled the bag over all the groceries, and I guess the lady who was in the heated argument with the boyfriend saw that, so she wanted to leave the argument and go help the lady, and her boyfriend just yanked her over to come back to continue the argument. But then he looked over and he saw the lady with all the groceries on the floor too in the middle of the street. So they both chose to go help out the lady. The goodness of humanity. Let us tap within the core of who we were created to be, to help others in need, to be the love and light, and to see the good. And randomly, all within that minute, with that surveillance video, seeing the shot, it was like a domino effect. After them fighting, the boyfriend, girlfriend, the little lady was crossing the street. They go yonder to help the lady with the groceries. Soon enough, a telephone pole lands and falls down right at the spot where that couple was fighting. If they did not choose to go help the lady, they could have been knocked down, perhaps killed randomly with that telephone pole that fell right at the spot that they previously were at. So here I am to encourage you. Any kind of goodness, let us tap into it. What do you choose to see today? Some of us may be going through some kind of problems in our life that is just intense. We can be overwhelmed. And it can be like you're eating a yummy food. You can see all the beautiful food on your plate, and the delicious salad and the meat and the vegetables, so many yummy things. But then you see one bad object on your food. Whatever that object may be, we may see the abundant amount of glorious food, but we may be fixated on that bad little object, whatever that food was not to our liking. But no, let us step back, remove that negative, ugly food, whatever that is, and choose to see the abundance of the beauty of the food and how glorious that is. So what we look at, whatever we fix our mind to, what we choose to look at, is all up to you, to nobody else. I hope that something that I said may encourage your hearts today. This is a beautiful, glorious day, and I am taking action. After I have been robbed, I could have stayed in that mindset of being wounded mentally, feeling like a victim. Woe is me. Why did that happen to me? Why did this person steal my purse? There's so many bad people out there, crimes always going on, but these things are out of our control. The only thing that we control is our attitude, our effort, our mindset. And the glory of God and His sovereignty reigns in our heart and our spirit. Let us be reminded of who and whose we are and tap into the love and light of God. And I chose to go on this hike, this beautiful hike, to see this beautiful nature and to reminisce and remember who we are, a child of God, and to see all the beauty of God's nature. That is what I choose today. We have that power. So let us not give the power of others who bring out negative energies within us or may trigger us in any way or just bring us down or feel defeated. No, let us reclaim who we are today, a child of God, and we are His royalty, the prince and princess, and we are just created in His image. Let us choose to see the good each and every day, and you will have the love and the peace, the joy and the light shine upon you as we choose to see all things good through God's eyes. God bless you, and it's always so great to see you. Please take good care. Goodbye.